everybody, and welcome back to Musings by Nikki. Today we are going to finish up our 5-tag book, and if you haven't seen the first part of how we got this far, that video is the one just previous to this probably. Well, I'm not sure. That video will be linked in the description below to see how we got this far. And so today we're going to finish it up by finding stuff to go, either making tags or finding stuff to go in the pockets, and then decorating the other pages. I did pull out, we're not using Tracy's Fox's kit that she's used for hers. If you want that kit, you can definitely go get it, and I'll have that linked below. But I am using pieces from her Mega Mix and Match kit that I have been working with over the last several videos. And we turned that kit into basically the same type of deal. So I grabbed out, but that said, we don't have like the tags and stuff that match just right in there. So we're just making it up as we go. I grabbed out just a handful of scraps from my scrap bin. They happen to be a lot of Tim Holtz stuff because that's what I've had out on my desk recently. So the top layer was that. So I've got some of that, and if we need it, I'm going to set that over here. And then I've got all the rest of the mix and match kit around me, and let's just figure this thing out. So we have 4 pockets, those 2 and those 2. And then we need something on images on these 2 and these 2. And then this will be our back. So we can put something a little more dimensional on that one. So let's start with, let's just start right here. Let's just do that. So I was looking at this guy, this tag. He comes in the Mega Mix and Match, and I kind of like him. So he's going to go right there. And we could put something else in there as well. And like I said, I've got all kinds of bits and pieces. You know what? That one's taller, so maybe that'll fit well in here. Yep. That little photo strip can go in there. And then I want something else to go in there that's, well, maybe I don't, because I don't want to block his face. I kind of like the way he's hanging out. We might make him a tag that he could go on. None of these are all going to be too small, but I do have a bigger piece of that. We could do that. Well, I don't know. I kind of just like him in there, and we'll find something else to go in behind him. There goes a giant snowplow by. Okay, and we do have, oh my gosh, this one tag left that could maybe fit in. Ooh, I wonder if it'll, nope, that pocket is much smaller. I was going to say, I wonder if it'll fit in one of those. It will fit here, maybe. Nope. Too tall, which we could cut off the bottom, but it's framed. It does. Does it fit here? Nope. That tag lives to see another day. And these pieces I've already inked. Okay. So they need something else too. Does she fit? Oh, that edge is glued. Just slightly too much. That's okay. It's not meant to be. We could give them some little flowers to have in there with them. That works. Okay, and then on the other side, we've got this little pocket here that is even smaller than it appears because it's been glued down. Let's see what's over here. That fits in there well. Maybe some flowers behind it. Do those fit in as well? Nope. Oh, they do. Okay. And then we've got this bigger pocket, and I had just in my hand this raven wearing a crown. that works well there. And then we'll probably come back and put some labels on those. Well, let's just do that now, huh? I've got all kinds of little bits and stuff again from the kit. Booksellers and stationers. That could go there. Now I don't want to put too much like cheesecloth and stuff behind these, because I do want this to fold without being super alligator-y mouth. Because I don't want to, if I tie a closure onto it, I want it to be mostly just for looks, but not because I made this thing so bulky that nothing will stay on it right. Then over here, whoops, I've got all kinds of little bits. Those could maybe go in pockets too. I'll put those over in my pockets pile. I've got this. I've got this. I was going to say I could pull out my Tracy labels, but honestly, there's so much stuff that just comes with this that I don't even... This one I think I'm going to put with that guy. You know my methods. I'm going to put it sideways like that with the my facing the right direction. Okay. There we go. And so those two have something on. It wants to curl up a little because I'm gluing onto vellum, but it'll be fine. Then we've got, we could put the word summer. We could kind of tuck it underneath there almost, couldn't we? Let's do that. I kind of like that. That's going to be a little tricky to get it up under there without smearing glue everywhere. We'll see. We'll see. If I be really smart about it. Haha, I made it. You probably can't even see what I'm talking about. I just wanted to tuck it under the edge of that where I have folded it. So I was able to. And then we've got this pocket here. We'll do where poppies bloom. You get all these fun little bits with the Mega Mix and Match. And kind of what I've really thought was fun was to just throw them all on my desk and start going. And it's fun. You just got a ton of creative little pieces. Okay, so now we need to find like our images that we want to go on these pages. And I had a little, this butterfly I like. I have this that I like. So let's see, do I want, well, I was going to say, do I want two ladies, but actually you won't really see them at the same time most of the time anyway. Those two could go there. Let's set them aside for a second and then look at what do we have back here. We've got these two and then we need a cover. And I think I'm going to put some of these stars on the cover, which you probably can't see what the heck I just pointed at. I've got, I kind of wanted some floral images. Oh, I still have this too. Oh, I think she's just going to be a little too big for even my... Yeah, she's going to be too big too. Yeah. You know, I could cut around this blue, I could cut the outside blue edge off. I'm going to do that. Hold on a sec. Okay. Now let's just re-ink the edges of her, because with that gone, she'll fit well. Yeah. Perfecto. Now I just have to decide, do I want her there? No, yeah, I was going to use some of the stars there. So we'll put her, but I'm going to sew around her. Yeah, I'm going to sew around her. I was like trying to decide my order of things. I'm going to sew around her. We'll glue her down and then we'll put some extras on. But I'll sew around her in a second because I'll do these ladies at the same time. But let's decide what we're going to put here. And I have, again, various little bits and pieces. And, oh, I also have a bunch of those vellum butterflies. Ooh, we could put a couple vellum butterflies. That'd be kind of fun. Sewn onto, oops, a piece of one of these things. Maybe a couple pieces layered. That's kind of fun. But I wonder if their wings are going to get bent up. I wonder if their wings will get bent up. I wish they curled in the opposite direction of the ink. Let me see if I can uncurl them a little. I suppose I could tack them down. They don't have to be floppy. I could just sew down the middle and then just put a little drop of glue under their wings to tack them down, just so that they stay in place. I think I'll do that because I kind of like that idea. And then we can decorate around that too. And then, so we'll go with those two. I'm going to put those two in a pile over by my sewing machine. And then let's look at those ladies again on this side. And I feel like they need something layered underneath them. So maybe we'll rip apart some of this and we'll give her a little torn mat. That she can go on top of. Yeah, so I'll ink around that and sew her to that. And then let me look at my other scrappies over here. Oh, that would work there. Let's do the same thing. Let's tear. So let's save the bigger pieces, I mean, and put away the smaller ones. Okay, now those ephemera pieces are already inked because I inked them all and when I cut them all out. I try to do that when I can, when I'm working with just a giant kit like this, because it stops me from having to stop and ink all the time, especially if I'm going to be filming, because I don't want you guys to have to just watch me sit and ink in every single piece that I want to use. So having some of them pre-inked helps. And it kind of, once I get in the flow, you know, especially when I'm not doing it in front of camera, then it's nice to just have those done already. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is go sew these ladies and sew around those other two, and then I'll be back. We'll glue them down and we will finish off decorating. Oh, and we'll make, oh, you know what? We might as well make something for there first, because then I can sew around that at the same time. So let's decide what we want to put here. I've got these two photos. That one's, we've determined. I don't know why I even brought that over here. We've determined that is too large. We could put one of these down. Let's put him on some cardboard again. Let me reach my cardboard. Oh. Okay. Let's see. Okay, yeah. And let's see if this one tears off as easily. Yeah, that's slick. Some of them you just have to work on it forever to get them off. And that is actually, that flap is a perfect size. It's okay, we'll sew around him. And here we just did some layering underneath, and I have another piece that's sewn around. So I also have some other of those labels. I've got tons of these. You get a lot of them. I also want to put a tab on that side and on this side. There's a room there. We'll do that last. I just want to be cognizant that I want to leave. You know what? Maybe I should do it now while I'm talking about it. Let's be smart. I know that's not always a thing with me, but sometimes I remember to be smart. I'll go with one side of that one. And I kind of want one with some color, maybe. I don't know. Ooh, what's this one? Yeah, I like that one. Okay, so I'm gonna get those inked up. And when they're white on one side, I definitely ink that other side, just because I can never fold them perfectly. And if some of the, you know, white side shows through, I just want it to all be inked, so we don't end up with some really bright white weirdness going on. And then I ink the top edge of that as well. Oh, and let's do the other one, which is, oh, blending right in. Okay. Do we want to use the green? Oh, the green kind of looks pretty on that one. Yeah, I like the green on the front and that rosy one on the back. And Tracy put a little dangle on hers, which was kind of cute. So I think maybe we'll put a dangle on ours as well. Let's see. I was gonna maybe put that there, so let's just do it. And then that way when I glue this on, it goes, yeah, over top of this. It's all about the layering and the order of things that you do. Okay, so we're gonna put that little bit, oh, interest there. Then I'm going to pull him out so I do not inadvertently attach him to the entire project, which is something I would totally do. Okay. So we'll stick that down good. We haven't glued anything in that's supposed to not be in, except that one little string, but now it's out too. You can go back in your pocket, sir. And then, before we go any further, let's also, oh, that didn't get ink down there very well. Okay, let's also glue this one on. Well, do we want two of them on top like that? Does that look weird? Yeah, maybe it does. This one really probably should have gone down here, which we could still do, because I can get it to go behind this cardboard and kind of over the flower, and I don't mind that. And we haven't done anything on the back yet that would preclude us from doing that. And that way, if we do need to put a closure of any kind or decide to put a little tie around it or something, the tabs will be like the tie can go through the middle. So I think we're good. Yeah, I don't mind it going over that flower at all. Okay. There we go. Two little danglies. That'd be kind of cute, wouldn't it? Yeah. Okay. So now let's back to this guy. So we've got that going on up in that corner. So I'll probably put him down here. I don't think I need to put another sewn piece behind. I think what we'll do is put him, maybe I will put one of these. Oh yeah, up there. That's what we'll do. I like the black. It's kind of stands out against these already, like, you know, heavily collaged backgrounds. So we'll put that up there. Okay, now what I'm going to do is go sew around all of those things and this dude, and I will be right back. Okay, so we've got our little pile of stuff over here. So this goes on front right there. You know what I want to put? Adjusting. I want to put, I've got a couple of, oh no, I don't think, I think it's two. Yeah, no, that would look weird. Okay, sorry. Squirrel. Let's glue him down. Okay, this dapper gent now has a permanent home on the front or back. I guess, you know, it's not really necessarily a front or a back side to this. They just can kind of go, this thing is kind of interchangeable, isn't it? So it doesn't necessarily have a front or a back. Okay, now the trick is remembering, I think I had the ladies on this side, right? Yes, okay. So I'm not going to layer anything behind them necessarily, but I might put something like little labels or you know, fussy cut pieces over top of the sides or edges of them once we've got them affixed down. But I'm gonna kind of just try to center her for the most part. Okay. There you go, ma'am. Now, this lovely lady will get a permanent home on the 5-tag book. Okay. Then let's get the other ones glued down and then we'll finish decorating. We'll add the little, you know, bits and pieces. So let's put her down over here. I realized I didn't have her matted on anything, but then its picture is just too big anyway, so because she's already got some frames around her, I figured it worked just well to sew around the inside frame kind of this piece. So there we go. And then we'll put our butterflies down here. I'm not going to glue the vellum part of the butterflies that's sticking out like their wings and stuff down with this piece. I'll just tack them down, I think, with a little dab of glue. But I want to make sure that they fit. I'm getting that one's got the biggest wings. Okay, and then I'm just gonna tack down the wings here in the corner. Just that way they don't get all messed up. You know, folding in and out, because I don't want them to get all wrinkled funny. I'm just putting the tiniest little dot of glue. And that part I think should be okay sticking up. Which is fine, because then it gives it a little bit of a dimension, right? Okay, now let us finish this stuff off. So I'm kind of, as I'm like talking but not really talking, I'm looking through my bits and pieces that I've got around me. Okay, yep. This is the other fun thing about this kit is like you just have a ton. If you just print this kit out, cut everything out and put it all around you, you'll have piles for days, man. And so and even though it comes with like each page or 2 pages, you know, clearly go together to make one type of kit or something, or one type of piece, you can totally do whatever you want with it, which is what I've been doing. And look at what we're doing. We're turning it into the 5-tag book. Okay, I like how that looks. I'm going to leave that alone. This one is going to need some tacking down, because I think as that other glue is drying, it's warping the rest of the vellum. So I'm just going to have to tack these parts down too, which is fine. I'd rather do that than having them get bent, because once vellum bends or folds, you know, like once it gets a crease, it's just never the same, because it makes that white mark in there. So even with tacking down the bottom parts of the wings and the top parts of the wings, you can still tell there's a little bit of dimensionality. I was just going to say that so surely, like that was a word. And then I stopped myself, like, is that really a word? Do I want like a... Yeah, trees and leaves. Why not? you know, butterflies like to go on trees and leaves, right? Okay. All right. Now, these lovely ladies need a little something. Oh, you know what? I totally said I was going to use the stars on the back, and then I used that dude, and I've got the stars sitting. That's okay. We'll use them for something else. They're too big to go. I mean, like, that's going to be covering up too much of anything. So I'll use them on something else. All right. Let's decide, what do we want to put? I've got a butterfly. That could be fun. I've got an orange. Those are some tea time things. I think those will go on a tea time thing together. Another butterfly, but I don't want to do two butterflies. And we could tear a tear like this. I kind of like that. With maybe even some words going over the top of that side. If you are not a fan of doing collage, or if you just feel like intimidated by collage, this pack of ephemera and doing a project like this is also a great way to just get out a bunch of pieces and go to town. Start trying it. She's going to a tea party. We're going to say she is awfully dressed up to go to a tea party, but she's going to one. Okay. That looks good. I was thinking, do I need something down here? But I don't know that I do. Oh, except doesn't that leaf look kind of cute there? Yeah. Let's do it. This is using up lots of my little bits and bobs. But that's fine. If I use up too many of my bits and bobs, they can all be reprinted. That is the beauty of a digital kit. If you really like one certain page, you can reprint that one certain page over and over again. I did that one time with a journal I made. I like that butterfly, so I'm just going to put it there. I used one page of a digital kit and I printed it out multiple times and then just kind of put it as a repeat throughout the journal. And I really liked the way that turned out. I haven't done it since, and now that I'm saying it, I'm like, I should think about doing another one like that. Yeah, down in the corner. Okay. Okay, I think I am really satisfied with the way all of that looks. Let's readdress. I think this guy needs like a word or something. Let me see my other ones that are kind of like curious incident. That guy looks like he could be involved in a curious incident. He has a kind of smirk on his face. I wonder if that could go. I would have to, off of this side, I'd have to put something else underneath it, but I think I'm going to do that. And then let me see if I've got floating around here a little piece. Oh, I've got my spoolie threads. What do you think? Curious incident? I wonder if I could just put that right down on there, but I need something to go behind it. So let's look at some of this little paper that I had torn before. We'll quick give that an ink. In my first video doing this, when I was creating the hinges and everything, I was shredding a bunch of the, you know, like as you tear fabric, you get this, a lot of stuff, like muslin for sure gives you lots of this payoff, lots of stringiness on the edges. So I think what I'll do is go sew around that label onto here, and then we'll have to create like a little buffer right here with this piece, and then we'll glue this on. So I'll be right back. Okay, we've got that sewn around with some little curious threads. Curious threads for a curious incident. And then I just need to put a little piece of this there. Yeah, so that has something to attach to. That's the same height as the guy. So we'll do that right there. And then we'll glue this down over top of all that. Okay. Cool. I love that thread behind there. Okay, then all these little scrappy doos gotta go. Oops, I just threw that out of the there we go. Into the garbage can. So, does he need something up there, or is he good? What do you think, guys? Ooh, I like that there. I'm gonna glue that down. Since we're getting collage-y with it, I'll just glue that down up in that corner. Okay, I think we're good now with the decoration. So let's do a little mini flip through here. Let me put away some of those pieces over there. Okay. So there is our book, our 5-tag book. And whether you want this to be the front or this to be the front, either way works, right? And we've got our pages, and we've got little ephemera stuck in those. And then it opens this way. And I like how they don't match up. I'm totally okay with that. And this thing's got some good, like, heft to it. Let's poke through a couple of, let me grab here. We need that guy, and we need a couple of eyelets. Oh, I thought one of them was canceled, like already punched. Okay. Let's do a couple. I'm going to go through this way with, yeah, this way with this one. I'm doing that at an odd angle for some reason. Let me redo it with a better grip. There we go. There's that one. And then we'll go through this way with this one. go. Okay. Now we've got a couple of eyelets in. And let me grab a couple of bulb pins and a couple of things. I'll be right back. Okay, so I grabbed a tiny paper clip because I thought maybe that would be fun to be a dangle in one of them. And then I found this little inventory check. It's a little Tim Holtz thing. So let's put, actually, and then I brought some seed beads. So let's put a seed bead on first. I don't know how easy this is going to be to get. I'm going to bend it out to see if I can make that a little easier. Oofda. Okay, there we go. And then this little guy, and I'm going to put one bead on the back too. Yep, and then I'm going to try and squeeze that back shut so it stays on really well rather than falling apart. Actually, let's scoot all of that down to this end. You probably can't see what the heck I'm talking about, but trust me, in my head and in front of me, it makes slight sense. I'm gonna regret in about 5 seconds trying to do this on a tiny paper clip. Oh my gosh, there went one of my seed beads. There goes the, okay. Now we're gonna get this guy back on there and it's gonna work. See, do you know why I do this on the camera? Part of the reason I do this on camera is so that you guys can see that I too, if you feel bad about being fumbly or anything like that, boy, just watch me for a second. I'll make you feel better about yourself. My fingers won't work with me. My hands won't work with me. Okay, there. I think I got it on there. Now, I'm just going to bend it shut a little. And hopefully that'll keep it on there real good. Okay. Oh my gosh, and I put the dangle on backwards. Oh, have mercy. Okay, I'm going to fast forward through me fixing this. Okay, there we go. Now we have it on there correctly. So we've got that little inventory check dangle. Now let's do the much easier option, which is a bulb pin. And we'll put a little bead on here. And then I've got my buttons out, so I thought maybe we could find a cute button to hang on this one. Do we go with a floral button? Or, no, I kind of want just a traditional button or two. Yeah, let's see if we can do these two. Button, button, and one more seed bead. And that will go through here. And look, it's so much easier because that actually just closes like a pin, you know, much easier. And there's that cute little dangle. So there, we've got a button. We've got a couple dangles too. Ta-da! Buttons can go back over there. There. So what do you guys think? We've got a finished project. We could tie a piece of sari silk around the middle. I might do just here. I'll show you what that would look like. Just because, you know, it's going in and out of a pocket. So we want it to be easier to get in and out, I suppose. And we're using this color Sari Silk because it's somewhat matchy and just happens to be right here on my desk. All right. Well, I like it. I like the way it turned out. And thank you, Tracy. I am glad that I tried my hand at this. It was a fun way to use additional ephemera from that Mega Mix and Match kit. And I will have that. Look, he looks like Masked Bandit now. Now he does look like he was in a curious incident. There. Now he can breathe. We didn't have COVID back then. You don't need a mask. So, okay. Anyway, I am glad that I tried my hand at this. I hope you guys all are having a crafty good day. I hope that you're having a wonderful morning or afternoon or evening or middle of the night, whatever time it is, on whatever side of this planet of ours that you all live on. And until I see you next time, I hope that you're able to do something crafty, and I hope that you're able to be with the ones that you love, and I hope that you're healthy and safe, and you take care, and that God blesses you. Bye, guys.